Right, hello everyone, welcome back. We are continuing to play the hot and wet map. I finally updated the progress JPEG, so now it says 70% done, which is much closer to reality. But basically, 70% done on the passengers and mail and nothing else. Yeah, anyway. So we're doing 4 million towers, 700 towns, and 1,500 industries. And just to recap, we are somewhere there. So I'm building out train services and tram services, and eventually I shall connect all the towns, and then we can get on with this display. I can blabber on. Eventually we can get on with industries, which I think I'll try to follow the same logic as I did. I definitely have way too few stations. Supposed to be 10. This is like 5. But supposed to be one map's worth of distance. I mean, I don't think it's that. You know what? F it. I don't want auto-rail. And I did not want it there. Yeah, well. Yeah, I'm thinking I'll possibly do similar as I did or am doing with the much bigger map where, there the primary easy targets are coal and iron and then feed into steel, but then at the same time attempt to hook the engineering supplies into it so that it's ports. It's the template map. I'm definitely missing a station here. Funnily enough, as I said at the beginning of this game, I've never played other subtropical. So I have precisely zero knowledge. What is a thing here? Let's clone. Oh no, I can't clone these yet. That's going to get icky about. It has to have one station. Otherwise, it gets stupid when I delete the orders. Way too few stations here. There should be a lot more. More. So yeah, I'm saying I actually don't know Santiago had monorail. Oh, I know why. It's a metro. So I'm being confused because I keep poking the revival version 6. It's it's very far from 10. Anyway, right, let's. I mean, there are a lot fewer towns here, so it's not really the end of the world as we know it. That's coming anyway. Take 5. I don't know what's supposed to be the sensible industry in this game. Make it a bit more because this hooks the whole line into the train network. Fuck, I did not want that. Go. Did I now? No. You. No, you're not here. It's just a coincidence. Good. Don't scare me. These guys feel strongly against me. Well, let's make it worse then. Yeah, I'll need to do a bit of studying as to what's the sensible moneymaker here that's not horrendously complicated. But reality is that because most things need boosting via supplies, i.e. farming or engineering, and this map's even worse because engineering supplies come from at least 2 different places. Right. There's a town here. No, make it 3. I should try to make at least 3 of these because they are supposed to be like connecting into train network. And I should probably do the same here, or at least make sure they can turn around. Great work. I am just next to a town or 2. Okay, fine. There's one here. Google would lazy something. So this being closer to lazy something would do it this way. It's fine. I get some undefined point in the future. I still want to do Steel Town, but on a much smaller map. Well, I don't know if the map size needs to be small. I'm not against the 4 million tiles. I think that's a sensible thing. The count of industries and probably towns has to drop, especially in Steel Town, because like here we have 30 odd cargoes. Point being, even though we have significantly fewer industries total, i.e. 5,500 versus 1,500 compared to the big map, which has the same number of tiles as this. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about? If not, yes. Okay, so you lot. $1989. Related electric tram. What are you? You're medium. Nice. Look at them go. I want to wait for this because otherwise I'll be cloning stuff that hasn't been replaced and then it just adds to the complication. And these have not yet been replaced. This is a bigger middle part. There you go. Now they've been replaced. Good. So I was saying that even though we have a lot fewer industries, because the number of cargo types, it's more complex. Actually, I could just do that. Haha, it's a station. Haha, very funny. Fine. I mean, usual, we just progress. So here was the next one. Why don't I just put down the rest of the station so I have a vague idea as to what my targets are? So this is 1500, so I want 1700, which will be someplace here. Yep. And then there should be a very last station someplace 1900. Yeah, somewhere there. And I actually have to start with this because this is inside the town. So at least, like, if I don't do this, they're really going to hate my ass. So why don't I put down this and this, and then immediately fix this. I want a bridge. I'm going to go back to where I was. It's just that they get very icky. If there's a stop in the boundaries that is not being served. Actually, actually, this would even be smarter, but whereby this, I mean, doing Oh, I don't think there's going to be much train traffic here. Mind you, there's a wharf. I can always build bridges. Always build bridges. Okay, we've been here. Well, so I'm thinking if I want to start here and go that way, and why not? Because building the train line is actually totally irrelevant. No, thank you. I think it makes my life easier if they can loop around. Now that I'm almost done with it, I've decided so. Oh, another hotel. F it. So this will obviously have to be a little separated because the hotel stops don't take mail. So it's just these two. Go. Duh. You know what? Now that I did that, bye-bye. Interesting. That bridge head is a separate tile from the bridge. I think that's a bug. It's a pretty good game. I know it's in active development and all, but there are very few bugs. Most of the ones I found so far are totally not annoying. Like, genuinely. And this was the second one I found, really. The other one is the random disappearance of trees. I plot down a bunch of trees, which immediately disappear. And then I can't reproduce it, so I've seen it twice, but I don't know how precisely it came along. to my biscuits. That is a junction. And actually, this is not good. Jingle bottom. I've now had 3 coffees and clearly, they're not working. It's the muff out button. So I'm thinking if I did this, apart from them almost said misliking me, I could do that. How can you mislike? I know there's dislike. How can you mislike something or someone? Like, you are mistakenly liking the thing in question? I should put down the actual stop here, because I think if I do that, they're going to mislike me. Nope. Do it more. Yep. Where am I? Oh, it's only 2 towns this way. Saggingweed is actually not a bad town name. I like it. I mean, anyway I do this, it's only going to be 2. I think we're due for a new mail shortly. Might as well do this, it doesn't matter. I'll just probably have to build more bridges at some point and more tunnels, which is not the greatest, but life's full of bad decisions. Anyway, I was saying probably towards the end of the previous episode that I think Steel Town would be fun, but even fewer industry objects. Like, oh no. No, thank you. Against those 1500, Probably more like 500. Because I think Steel Town has the different cargo types. 50 plus anyway. So same size map. 2M by 2M. Lots of space. Mind you, the only problem is that I don't want to. It probably has to be either infinite money or some such, because on the template map I'm seeing this, that because the map gen's a bit fucky, and it's the same on this one, and it will be possibly even more of an issue. We'll see. Like you quite often, but quite often have to have train lines that are literally 1,000 times long each direction just to haul stuff from point A to point B, because again, the map has been generated in a buggy way. And so, because of cargo aging and wagons having a... Hello? Did I not do this? Clearly. Essentially everything's losing money. Because they can only do 120k per hour. They keep transferring. And then by the time they get anywhere, stuff's very literally worthless. Which would not be an issue if the map was smaller or if the map generation would be less fucky. So I guess there are two ways to go about this. Generate a map and see if it's less fucky. If it's not less fucky, then probably play infinite money. Because if you're following my other map, I currently have a lot of money, like short of 50 billion. If we go on at this rate, I'm not sure that's going to last. I'm still making money for now, but edging out. Okay. I could build the train a bit. So that I get an idea of what's going on. Oh, new bridge. Oh, goodies. Well, that might actually be a little on the long side. I mean, it wouldn't because the max length is 128, but... Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. I do want to do this though. Except there's a river, or there used to be. Huh. Come on. Okay, do these then. half an hour. Well, he's doing anyway. Other terms would ever be speeding at 500k per hour. For those of you not doing matic, that's 360 miles an hour out. Yeah, 280, thereabouts. Okay, you lot go, and then yeah, I should probably try to come on. Nope. I think this is going to be, this is another visual bug. This, when you do a road bridge and then they have the signs, that road markings, I mean. And I think one of the bugs they know about. Honestly, this one's closer. Why am I still building maglev? Okay. Clone. Delete. Stuff. Stuff. That should sort these. That's done. That's done. Come down this far. Yeah, so turning that here is going to be a little more tricky, but I'm actually thinking that there appears to be space here. Yeah, why not? I mean, use and abuse. Yeah, done. Hello. That stuff's for another time because then it goes off places. You go. I had historically had this idea that, oh, I should actually play a bit of original TTD, the licensed one, not the open. Like, why would I do that? This might not be such a great idea. Or like this, because yeah, they can turn it down a little more. What are you doing? Interesting. Never mind what are they doing, what am I doing? I'm probably doing these. Doesn't matter. That's the object we dislike. I'm really doing the real we here. It's the object we dislike. I mean, I particularly hate it. I don't know anything about anyone else. That's obviously not going to work great. Yeah, I don't really see the point of playing TTD, especially not for a long playthrough. There's obviously a lot of quality of life things are missing. I mean, to be honest, I don't even like playing vanilla OpenTTD. It's just lacking so many things, like the whole template, the away replacement, the separate wagon. I don't speak England. Like the single purchase window basically is really not my thing. Or trains, a whole bunch of other stuff. So many QOL things in this particular version I am playing. Hmm. Yeah, I'll just do it here. Jumping back a bunch of topics. If you guys feel like commenting on what to start with after passengers and mail, please do. Not the least because these particular videos are going to go online late April. By which point I should be getting to end about the spot where any comments will genuinely be useful. Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? Hey, made it back. Look at that. Just for fun. Although this being here might actually be relevant. Probably not so much for this town. Might come off here and I don't know, do something. And this will actually need to be connected into something. You do chemicals and petroleum. Sigh. So much work to do, so little time. Yeah, having them go in a loop is actually the smart idea because it breaks up the lack of timetabling and gives some level of randomness. I almost said randomity. So that was this. I have about 17 minutes. Oh, I'll go down this way then. Boy. Oh yeah, now it woke up. Fine. Ah, doesn't matter. I'll do. But this. No. Eh. So you're not great, not terrible, because unless I unbuild this, demolish. Well, I could have 2 stations here. Or just not care, and that's the station, and that's it. And I can still extend. Inflation's brilliant. Like now it's £1,556, whereas a few game years ago it was 1,550. It was just 1,500. So, and it's I think 2% per year, and I'm not even going to bother counting how many years that would be. Just like back counting from the inflation itself, but I am. Yeah. See, kids, that's how your money becomes worthless. That's another visual bug. Yep. We already used it. But, I mean, logically, it would have been about 3 years because if well, less than that, because if it's 2% per year, 2% of 1500 is 30. So if it has gone up by 56, then it's actually just like 2.5 years. I am particularly bad at numbers. I was joking for years when I was doing data analytics as a day job that someone who has almost failed mathematics in high school, working with data analytics is hilarious. And eventually I moved away from all that because no, I wanted to delete this, and although mind you, is this? Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, because with analytics, if you can't do stats, it's a bit of a problem. It certainly doesn't help anyway. And stats was way, way, way above my head. With data migration stuff, doesn't need any of that. It just needs a bit of logical thinking. Okay, so we've covered all of this. I still have 11 minutes. Why don't we do this stuff? Now I was just thinking that there was a town and so on and so on. We've dealt with that. Mm. One thing I could attempt, and I might actually do, is go through each end of the station and try to make it loop. I'm tempted to do that off screen though, because I really don't believe that it would be enjoyable for yourselves. I think what will happen is that once this episode's done, I will basically just do that and not record it. I've just come this far for now. Okay, so that's done. These are done. It will be this, but I do want to get the chain a bit further up. Yeah, no, we do come to, I really hate this stuff. I'm not sure why Linimo is available in this region. I thought it was Japanese. I'm not playing Asia. Maybe prototypes or no region. Or concept vehicles, I don't know. Good check. I have the source code. Not sure I really care. Still have about 5 minutes. Do I? No, hell no, I have 40 seconds. Okay, in which case, I'm going to stop here. And yeah, thanks for watching. As usual. As I said, I will do some stuff off screen, make our hundreds of stations loop around, and then, yeah, that will be fun. I'll do that between 2 meetings. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Thoughts, comments, specifically on the industries would be welcome, but anything else also. And I shall hopefully see you next time. I should save the game. Bye bye.